Hey you guys, it's Lauren. Welcome back. So in today's video, I'll be talking about some new and some rediscovered Sephora favorites. I got some things during the Sephora VIB sale that I've been really excited about. I have this new favorite concealer that I've been absolutely obsessed with. And then also some like older favorites from Sephora that I just recently started reaching for again. Specifically this one setting mist. I just saw Raw Beauty Christy talking about this and I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, I forgot how good that was. These two new blushes that I can't get enough of. Just, yeah, so many good things. So yeah, lots to talk about, so we'll go ahead and get started. All right, so here's all the Sephora goodies. Let's see, what do we want to talk about first? Do you guys notice a pattern here? Apparently I'm a fan of gold and white packaging. It's kind of funny. But all right, let's talk about what I got during the Sephora VIB sale first. So I feel like I was pretty tame this Sephora sale. Like I said before, I'm really trying to restrain myself these days and just pick up items that I know I'm gonna get a lot of use out of. So I did pick up some new things like you'll hear about in a second, but I did restock up on my Biosense, the Omega Repair Cream. Oh my gosh, you guys, that is the best like dry skin moisturizer for the winter time. It's just, oh my gosh, so rich and moisturizing. It's just one of my favorites. So I got another one of those. And then what else did I get? Oh, the Smashbox Studio Skin Foundation. In my opinion, I think it's like one of the best buys at Sephora. I think it's $36. So pretty good for a high-end foundation, and it's just, it has the best coverage ever, and it just feels lightweight. One of my favorites. So I restocked up on those. But like I said, I did pick up some newer things. I couldn't resist. Let's talk about this first thing. It seems like every person that shot the Sephora sale this year picked up a Patrick Ta item, and I completely understand why. First of all, the packaging just draws you in. It's this gorgeous like rose gold packaging, but the quality is just so good. This blush makes me want to pick up more things from his line. But this is the Monochrome Moment blush in the shade She's Sincere, and it's this gorgeous like neutral soft peach shade that just looks so pretty and natural on the cheeks. And this formula is it's just so unique and different. So you literally swipe your finger across it and it feels like, I don't know, like a crisp sheet of white paper. That's like the only thing I can think of to describe it, but it's just so smooth. And it almost feels like you're not going to pick up a lot of product, but it deposits the perfect amount of product on your cheeks. I saw in the description that he wanted this to be like a, you know, like a second skin almost. And it really does. Like, I feel like it doesn't even look like I have blush on today. Like, it just gives this natural flush to the cheeks. It's so pretty. And I love the shade so much. Can I swatch this? I don't even know if this will do it justice. Like I said, the pigmentation is so light, but in the most perfect way. It just looks so natural. Let me show you guys what this looks like. All right, so there is the shade She's Sincere. See how it's just the most perfect light wash. And it has a slight sheen to it, so it's almost like a satin finish. It's just so pretty. So yeah, I've just been loving this. Definitely make sure to use a denser blush brush to pick this up. When I first tried this, I used my Luxie 640 blush, and see how the bristles are a little bit more like sparse. It was definitely too soft and this didn't pick up enough color, but if you use a denser blush brush, it's just the most gorgeous flush to the cheeks. I'm loving it. And then I also picked up the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away Liquid Concealer. Guys, this gives the prettiest like dewy, almost like a satin finish to underneath the eyes. It just looks so natural. It's such a struggle for me to find a good concealer that works because I have such a dry under eye, and I'm finding that I'm getting a little bit more crepiness underneath my eyes. So I just need a concealer that's going to hydrate and just to keep my under eyes looking smooth, and this does that. It just gives the most beautiful finish to underneath the eyes. I feel like it has the most brightening, like awakening effect to the eyes. I feel like I remember reading the description that it had almost like a light reflecting capability to it. I don't notice any like glitter particles or anything, but yeah, it really does just have this pretty brightening effect underneath the eyes. It wears really nicely. It does crease and settle a little bit, but it's one of those concealers that you can kind of pat it out and then it just becomes like one with your skin. Do you know what I mean? Like you apply it, it sinks in initially, but keep working with it and let the concealer melt into your under eye, and it just develops into the most like smooth finish underneath the eyes. I just love it. It's one of my favorites. I know everybody complains about the applicator. I actually like it. Now granted, I've only been using this for a couple of weeks, so I haven't like dealt with the messiness factor, but just with a couple clicks, a couple dabs underneath the under eye, use a sponge to smooth it in, and I just feel like it works really well. So super excited about this. And then I also picked up the Hourglass Caution Mascara. I've had my eye on this forever, but I just could not bite the bullet because you guys know I'm such a fan of drugstore mascaras. I just feel like the formula doesn't really compare to any other mascara that's high-end that I've tried. I love the Gush mascara, gives great volume, but again, I feel like it just smudges, and I feel like some drugstore mascaras work a little better. But the Caution mascara, Oh my gosh, there is just something about this. The way this brush like grabs your lashes from the base and just it lifts up your lashes, it separates, it lengthens. I think that's the most impressive thing with this mascara. You just get such length from this and definition. It really gives your lashes that like false lash effect. And this mascara does not budge. It lasts even longer than my Essence, that workout mascara. I can't remember what that's called right now, but lasts even better than that. I remember I wore this to work the other day, and the hospital air can be just so dry. My eyes always water at work. I remember I'm like sitting at the computer, I'm rubbing my eyes, and I'm just like, oh my god, I got mascara on, I'm gonna have like total raccoon eyes. I go into the bathroom and I had absolutely no flaking underneath my eyes. I was just so impressed by this mascara. I just love it. But I would repurchase this because I feel like once I run out of it, it will be something I'll miss having. So yeah, I'm just excited about it. It's just one of those things that gives you instant gratification when you're doing your makeup. It's just so cool the effect it gives your lashes. So yeah, really excited about that. All right, and last up from my Sephora haul was this blush by Ciate London. This is their Summer Love Illuminating Glow Blush. This is absolutely gorgeous. First of all, the packaging, it's super cute. It comes in this little pot and it has this like baked formula. See how it's kind of raised? It almost looks like the Clinique, what do they call it? The pot blushes. But this color is so pretty. It has that like NARS Orgasm vibe. It has that like peachy pinky glow with a shimmer. It's just so pretty. It has almost a highlighting effect to it too because it has this gorgeous sheen to it. So the top is the Patrick Ta and the bottom is the Ciate London. So pretty, it has that gorgeous sheen to it. I'm just obsessed, I love it. I was a little worried because sometimes these baked formulas, you can't really pick up much product, but just like the Patrick Ta, it deposits the perfect amount of product on your cheek. I love it. The color is gorgeous. It gives just the prettiest peachy glow to your cheeks, and you can definitely skip a highlighter with it because it has that like pretty metallic shine to it. I love it. I'm so excited. Okay, so that's it for the new makeup purchases. Let's talk about some old favorites. So, oh my gosh, I just rediscovered this. The Becca Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation is such a great foundation. I don't know why I put this by the wayside and completely forgot about it. I guess just with so many new foundation releases coming out, but this gives the most gorgeous natural finish to the face. This covers everything, but yet it looks natural. Like it looks like your skin. This actually reminds me a lot of the Smashbox foundation that I love so much. It has that hydrating finish, but it's not too dewy. It's just so skin-like. It's just gorgeous. Covers everything. I'm wearing it today. The shade might be a little light for me. I'm not sure. I have the shade Cashmere, but I don't know, with a little bit of, well, with a little bit of what I'll be talking about next, but with a glowy product or like a creamy bronzer, I can definitely get that perfect shade. I think it's going to be really nice for the winter, and it's just, I feel like the finish is just gorgeous. It feels like weight on the skin, but yet it has such high coverage. It's just great. I feel like this is one of the most underrated foundations. Nobody talks about this anymore, even when it was first released. I don't know, I feel like it just got buried with all the other foundation releases. But this is so good. It's one of my favorites from Becca, and yeah, definitely one of the most underrated Becca products, I think. It's just great. I think the most impressive thing about it is the lightweight feel with the high coverage. So yeah, it's just a really awesome foundation. So definitely a rediscovered favorite. Okay, and then next up, I rediscovered the Hollywood Flawless Filter by Charlotte Tilbury because of the Becca foundation, because I wanted to add a little bit more of a glow and I wanted to get more of a deeper undertone to that foundation. This is such a gorgeous product. It's such a unique product too because you can use it as a primer, a highlight, you can mix it in with your foundations, but it just works so well with any foundation, and the finish is just perfect. It's that perfect mix. Like you want a glowy highlight, but sometimes you don't want it to be too metallic, but you don't want like a dew on your cheeks. You don't want it to look like you just left the gym and you're a sweaty mess, but it's that perfect mix. The perfect mix between like a dewy finish and that like intense highlight. It's just so pretty. I mixed it in with the Becca foundation today, but I also applied a little bit above my cheeks. But it just gives like a healthy, like youthful finish to the face. And it really, I think in the description it says that this smooths out texture and pores. And I would argue that it really does. I think there is silicone in here, so it's going to fill in your pores a little bit. And it really does have this smoothing capability to it. A lot of shimmery products can emphasize texture, and somehow this does not. There's almost no visible glitter particles whatsoever, but I think that's what's so unique about it. It doesn't have a shimmery or glitter-like finish. It almost, I don't know, it's literally like if you were to melt down liquid gold. It's just so gorgeous. One of the Charlotte Tilbury products I do think is worth the money. Let me show you guys what this swatch looks like. but it just has this gorgeous sheen to it. And this is the shade medium. I found that the lighter shades were a little bit too light for me. They almost had more of like an icy white finish. This is more of like a skin, like for my skin tone anyway, like a skin like glow. So yeah, I just love the finish of it. The healthy glow it gives to the cheeks is just, it's just so fun. It just makes, it's just like a pick me up to your makeup routine. It's just, I love this. Okay, and then a Rediscovered bronzer. This is by Lila B. This is her Sunkissed Bronze Beauty Bronzer. So I repurchased this twice. This is my second pan of this, and I totally forgot about this. I put this away. What was I using? I think I was using the Bare Minerals. What was that bronzer called? I can't even remember, but I was using a Bare Minerals bronzer, and I found this in my makeup drawer, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot how good this was. And it definitely, because I'm more on the paler side these days, with it being in the winter, it is like that perfect shade. If you're fair to medium, actually maybe even if you're more just fair to light, because I have heard people say this was a little too light for them, but if you're similar to my skin tone, it just gives the most gorgeous sun-kissed look to the face with, you know, just giving a natural glow. But it's just an effortless bronzer in that you can literally just apply it all over your face. You know, some bronzers, if they're a little bit maybe too deep in tone, you almost have to use them as a contour, and they just, I don't know, they don't become one with your skin. But this, I could literally apply this in the dark and I don't have to worry about the finish of it and just having it look muddy or unnatural. It just blends it into the skin so nicely. And it actually has coconut oil in here, which I think is so cool, and it's probably why it does have that seamless finish. It just literally melts into your skin. It's just gorgeous. But I'm happy I rediscovered this because, like I said, it's my perfect winter bronzer, and I'll be getting a lot of use out of that, I'm sure. I did just pick up the ColourPop Going Coconuts bronzer, which I'm really excited to try that out. It was only $8. I figured I'd give it a go. I ordered it with the Going Coconuts palette, which I'm also super excited about. But yeah, this, I don't know. I don't think anything will really compare to this. It's just, it gives the most gorgeous, like I said, natural sun-kissed finish. I just love it. Okay, and last but not least, let's talk about my favorite thing. Lipsticks. I've been obsessing over Bullit lipsticks recently. I think it first started because of the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude lipstick line. They have so many gorgeous, flattering nudes in that line. These shades are just perfect. They don't wash you out. It's just the perfect nude. I'm telling you, if you look at the shades in her collection, you're gonna want every single lipstick, but I tried to restrain myself. I picked up, I think there was 6 shades. I did a video on that line. I'll link it down below. So many gorgeous colors, but I think my favorite shade from that line is the shade Jennifer. The spelling is weird. Maybe there are some Jennifers that spell their name with it like this, but it's Jen, 1 N, E, and then there's 2 Fs, E-R. When I saw it, I'm like, was that a typo? But anyway, this shade is literally the perfect, like, spicy brownie nude for me. I'm wearing it today, and it's just, I don't know, I just feel like it adds life to the face. It's one of those lipstick shades that you can just throw on and not have to worry about having a full face of makeup on. It just makes you look, like, alive. But this shade, I think, is just so fun and unique, and I feel like it would be really flattering to so many different skin tones. It has almost like a bricky red undertone with a little bit of beige, a little bit of peach. But yeah, just such a pretty, warm, flattering nude. This is super random, but it reminds me of the shade of lipstick that's on like every Disney princess's lips. Isn't there a company that mimicked the Disney princess's lip shades? Was that ColourPop? I don't know, I could be wrong, but it really reminds me of that like perfect warm rose color that's on each of those characters' lips. It's so pretty. It's just such a universal, flattering shade. I love it so much. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. I love every other color in that line. I literally want to pick up more shades, and I have 6 of them. I need to restrain myself. The formula is one thing that disappointed me a little bit. In the description, it said that it was going to have a luminous finish, but it definitely has more of a matte finish. So yeah, the formula definitely disappointed me, but it doesn't take away from the fact that there's so many gorgeous shades, and it does wear really nicely. It fades nice and like evenly throughout the day. It never looks patchy, and it's smoothing on the lips. I just expected it to be more of a shiny formula. So if that like demi matte kind of finish is your thing, I feel like you would love these lipsticks. They're just gorgeous, and like I said, the shades are just amazing. I just love them. I was about to say last but not least, but no, I have one more product to talk about. But this lipstick, this Milk Makeup lipstick in the shade Cream, is such a gorgeous like wearable mauvey pink. So pretty. I've been reaching for this a lot, just on those like no makeup days where I just want to look put together. But this shade is that perfect like your lips but better shade. It's fun and different because it has this pinky undertone, but it also has that slight mauvey undertone too. So it has that like purple finish, but doesn't have that greigey undertone, which, by the way, this reminds me a lot of Charlotte Tilbury's Pillow Talk. But Pillow Talk, I know everybody loves the shade, but for me, it almost has too much of that purpley, gragey undertone. It just kind of washes me out. But this milk shade, it just, I don't know, this has just a little bit more pink to it, and it's not as dark as the Pillow Talk shade. Let me show you how these look together. So here's Pillow Talk next to that Milk Makeup shade. See how similar they are? You wouldn't even know the difference when they're swatched, but on the face, like I said, for whatever reason, Pillow Talk is just, I don't know, it just washes me out more than the Milk Makeup shade does. This is just a little bit more like My Lips But Better shade. I don't know. So yeah, I'm loving this color. It's just that perfect shade that you can carry in your purse. You can throw on just to make yourself feel put together. It's just my perfect everyday shade. I just love it so much. The Charlotte Tilbury is definitely more of a creamier formula, but the Milk Makeup, it's a little bit more of that like, almost like a powdery matte type finish, but it's still, it doesn't dry out your lips. It just smooths out your lips. And I actually remember hearing that it has like a line blurring capability to it. I don't know how true that is, but it really does, it does kind of smooth out the lips. So yeah, I do love the formula. It stays put, and I just love that shade so much. Okay, and now last but not least, let's talk about the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. This is like my favorite setting spray, especially if you have dry skin. This is absolutely gorgeous. My skin has been feeling drier than ever these days with this winter colder air that's coming in, and this just imparts the most beautiful glow to the skin. It makes your skin look so hydrated and gorgeous and just, I don't know, just healthy and youthful. It's just so pretty. Like I was saying at the beginning, Raw Beauty Christy was just talking about this, and she also has dry skin. She loves this too, and I can see why this is a favorite by so many people. But the sprayer on this is absolutely perfect. It emits this perfectly like cloudy mist on your face. It's just amazing. It's just, but you can like literally go ham with the sprayer. Oh, it feels so good. But yeah, you don't have to worry about it dripping off your face. It just, I don't know, it gives the most perfect glowy finish. It melts your makeup together in the most perfect way. It like brings down your setting powder so it's not like dry and cakey looking, and it just gives like this smooth finish. And it really does make your makeup last. And this actually makes your makeup last without the addition of alcohol, which is pretty cool because alcohol usually, it's added to setting sprays to allow for a better dry down time. But this dries down but still imparts this dewy glow. So it's really cool. It doesn't dry out your face, and it just, if anything, hydrates your skin too, and somehow makes your makeup last at the same time. Just gives the prettiest radiance to the face. I just love it. But alright, that is the end of my Sephora favorites video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you guys picked up from the Sephora VIB sale. Is there anything that is going to be like a new holy grail for you? I'd love to know. I always love discovering new things, especially from Sephora, because honestly, I really feel like you have to delve through things to find the good items. I do feel like there's a lot of overpriced items in Sephora, let's just be honest. Especially with skincare. Does anybody else feel like it's so hard to find good skincare at Sephora? Everything just seems like laden with fragrance, not like really good active ingredients, but yeah, I don't know. I just really haven't found, besides that Biosense moisturizer and the Drunk Elephant Brutini. So there's definitely some hidden gems, but I feel like you have to really sort through so many products to really find the good ones. So yeah, let me know if there's any skincare that you guys have been loving from Sephora as well. And yeah, that is it for me today. So thank you guys so much for watching. Leave your comments down below, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. See you guys.